Welcome, one and all, to the Best in Jest, with your two hosts, the man who is the stunt double for the peach in James and the Giant Peach, Professor Lando, and the man who will PayPal Professor Lando $100,000, Commander Connor.
You got me. Oh yeah. I'll make the payment. Let me just.
This one's for the wicked. There's no time for rest.
Now is the time that we put to the test. Who is the best in jest?
Oh, man.
Come on.
Welcome back, everyone, to episode 11.
11. The big one won.
The big one. You knew exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Welcome back. And if you're watching this on the day it comes out or close to it, we are actually at Anime Impulse right now.
Having a great time, no less.
Having a great time. If you're listening to this and you're not there, sorry we missed you, but maybe we'll catch you sometime in the future at some convention or something.
Absolutely.
And if you are listening to this after, it was good to see you guys. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
So, where do we go after last episode? There's not many places you can go after talking about ravishing the caterpillar from Bug's Life. But
Yeah, that's a hard one.
I did want to talk about. One of my newest hobbies is music.
Okay.
I've been learning the guitar and making music, and
That's tough.
It's tough, and it's a hobby that I've taken on in my adult life. Right? You always say, "Can you learn how to draw? Can you do this?" Blah blah blah. And the answer is no. No, I'm just kidding. It is hard, but it's been very rewarding, very fun.
Yeah.
I've been messing with music and just trying to learn it, and it's nice because I feel content creators in general, at least me, I do this a lot. I always tend to monetize my hobbies.
Like turn it into work in some way.
Yes,
shape,
I
or form.
monetize my hobbies as a saying of like I turn it into work, which to be fair, I think maybe I am, but it's the closest thing that to resemble a hobby of mine because I don't cosplay anymore. My obvious hobby was probably dancing, I think, when I was young.
Yeah.
But I don't really dance anymore. My back hurts.
Yeah.
And whatever. And also the scene really isn't there anymore, breakdancing. We saw in the Olympics breakdancing.
Everybody saw it at the Olympics.
Yeah.
In the worst way possible, I guess. Just like, I thought,
Here's the thing.
Okay, wait. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, they're doing pretty good. Because I didn't really know what breakdancing was. So I'm watching them roll around and like exorcist on the ground. And I'm like, oh, man, they're killing it.
So here's the thing. As someone, I used to breakdance, b-boying, as it is called. In my youth, that was my hobby. I loved dancing.
Yeah.
I did it in high school. I did a little bit in college. And I loved the community of it, which I was saying, the community is not really there anymore. People don't really, like the young people aren't really getting into it. And the people coming in, the young people, that's what kept the scene alive. And I think it was, I don't know. I don't really know why it kind of died out. It was like the coolest thing ever. I think it's just too hard.
Yeah.
It's just too hard. And the culture of it, because when COVID came and TikTok dances and all this stuff, people, would rather just do like more that kind of dancing instead, which I think is a shame because breakdance was really cool. The scene was really cool. But I used to breakdance a lot. And the thing is, as someone who has done it, that person that we're referencing was this. Yeah. Was it Ray Gun?
Ray Gun, I think. Yeah.
I know this is kind of old news at this point, but we never talked about it. But which I feel honestly, it's gone too far. I feel really bad for this person. Really mean.
Yeah.
Some people are eating shit on the high vault or whatever, but the person who can't get over the vault, he's got the biggest dick ever. Big dick. Also, guy who is taking a nap for the pommel horse. Oh, he's sleeper agent. Guy that doesn't wear glasses during the shooting, he's a hitman. But the breakdancing person is like an idiot. Come on, whatever.
You should kill yourself.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what do you think you're even doing?
Yeah.
The thing is, someone who knows breakdancing, I can see someone who knows the art form, whatever. I see what they're trying to do, and there's some sort of baseline merit.
Was it?
I thought until I watched it, ridiculous.
Yeah.
No idea what was going on there.
It was like the slam poetry of breakdancing. Like,
Well, because there is because I think generally what it is usually like, and it's been like this ever since breakdancing was more popular, where it was like to the mainstream public, anything that's it's called power moves,
yeah.
spinning on your back,
An alt.
going into it's ulting, flipping around the air. That's like what gets the claps. That's what everything is cool, and stuff that is more. I mean, I guess back then it was power or style.
Oh.
And the best b-boys were like people who could do both, right? Musicality. And there used to be they at one point they tried to standardize the judging of breakdancing before it hit the main stage Olympics. I don't know if they used a similar thing, but I think they introduced it with was it the R16 Korea? They introduced a system of like different points, different categories, just give it some sort of
Depth.
yeah, just some sort of consistency instead of a
Okay.
judge being like that guy, right? And yeah, there's different categories: musicality, or originality, power, style, whatever. And so there is like a category where there's footwork, there's like threading, and yeah, it's a lot of like this kind of and so there is that,
Yeah.
but like this. That was
They're,
not
like, hopping around.
that was like I don't know what that
walking
was.
around like
yeah.
Robbie Rotten. And
What is this? Look at this. Yeah.
yeah, I didn't know it was. I think it's cool breakdancing.
Yeah, it's great until you break your back. And that's the joke. I'm like, Mom, I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm beyond repair.
Yeah. You're in a wheelchair.
And
You can't talk.
I'm not a professional. I never went professionally, and I permanently damaged my body.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I'm trying to get back into it.
Yeah, I mean, go for it if you don't fucking
fun.
kill yourself doing it.
Well, it's not the dance.
You're sick. So your hobbies.
My hobbies, right. I don't really dance anymore because
So you've moved on to music.
so I've moved on to music.
Okay.
Yeah, it's rewarding. I definitely don't pick up things as quick anymore,
Yeah.
but it's been nice to learn and try to so what my story was, so I've been learning music, trying to make a song. And I don't think this is too technical for like people who don't know music, but my song was really short for some reason. I'm trying to make a song. A song is what?
3 minutes.
3 minutes, 2:30, 3:30,
Yeah.
anywhere in that range. I'm like, why is my song only 1:30 seconds? It's so short. I'm researching, I'm studying, I'm learning some tidbits of music theory. How many bars of the song, parts of the song, intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, different
Right.
verse, bridge, whatever. Breaking it down by the bar and the measures. I'm like, something's not adding up. I'm like calculating. I'm like, why is my song so short? It shouldn't be short. It makes no like mathematical sense.
Right.
Why it's so short? And 2 days I was just so frustrated. All my songs were so short. And I'm like, I don't understand. Why is it so short? I'd listen to other songs, and I'm literally in the car. I turn on my favorite songs, and I'm driving going, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1,
Yeah.
2. I'm counting the measures, and I'm like, I don't fucking understand. How are their songs so long? And what it ended up being was, in the music program, I'm reading the numbers that measure each, like how long it's going, like a timeline, like a video editing
Sure,
timeline,
right.
or even just a simple video player like on YouTube. It shows the time as it goes. It's here, 1:30, right? 1:30. And I'm like, 1:30? How is this 1:30?
Yeah, it feels way longer, doesn't it?
130 seconds.
So
It was 130 seconds.
it's 40
It was
seconds.
seconds. It was telling me the seconds.
Oh, and you
not the time. It was 130 seconds.
So it's 2
I thought
minutes.
it said 130, and I was like, minute 30, 130.
Yeah.
1 minute 30 seconds. 130 seconds is 2 minutes
and
10 seconds.
Yeah. Damn. See, I want to call you a fucking moron, but that same thing has happened to me in Sony Vegas about 1,000 times. 1,000 times.
I don't know why I forgot. I lost
Will
my
you look at the fucking number?
I lost
There's
my
time.
ability to do math. But the worst part is
Listening. You listen to it and it's,
I had added so much to my song to try to compensate
oh God.
that once I did the recalibration, it was 4 minutes long.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And what's crazy is after I cut everything down,
Is it
it was
shorter?
I ended up cutting it even shorter than it originally was because what I had actually was like 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Why don't you just keep it where it was?
That's too long. Just for my personal taste,
Okay.
just from like what I'm trying to make and whatever. But before I forget, we talking about breakdancing, b-boying. I wanted to say this because just like a little bit of tidbit of info I know. Have I told you this? Why is it called breakdancing?
I don't know.
Well, just like don't even think about it that hard. Like breakdancing. What do you see? Why do you think it's called that?
I mean, without thinking,
Yeah.
I think of like,
You break yourself.
huh?
You break your body.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
No? What were you gonna say?
Oh, I thought of the phrase like break it down,
Break it down.
which I
That-
guess still
Kinda.
I don't really know what that means either. You know, so
Okay.
I don't know. Break, I just associate with that kind of.
That's actually closer. But
Okay.
I would assume most people are like, oh, breakdancing because they're doing this
I was gonna
crazy
say break
thing.
your bones.
Yeah, break your bones or something. But actually, what it is that the b-boys, would dance. The b-boys and b-girls.
What the fuck? What's that?
Okay, so b-boys and b-girls are the people who do the breakdancing.
That's not the picture I had in my head.
So, break dancers and break dancing, that's like a mainstream normie term that actual quote unquote break dancers
Yeah.
don't really use.
Oh.
That's like the normie term for, and the term is you're a b-boy, you're a break, or you're a b-boy or you're a b-girl,
Okay.
a breaker. I guess it's a shorthand version for break boy, but I don't know. But you're either b-boy and b-girl, and what the hobby, the art is,
Breaking.
it's breaking, but really most people that actually do it would call it b-boying.
Huh.
You're a b-boy. You're breaking, or usually you're saying it's b-boying.
No kidding. Okay.
Never break dancing was kind of like they started putting it on the TVs and
normalized.
and breakdancing on the television, quote unquote, was just like people doing the robot, and that was like
Okay.
tracksuits and doing the robot. That became breakdancing.
I see.
But originally, yes, it was called break. B-boying, b-girls, break, right? And the word break that's a part of it because they would dance to the breaks in songs, the breakdowns.
Oh.
Like, they're singing and then there's a break where it's just kind of like, and that part, b-boys and b-girls started dancing to.
I see.
And then that became b-boying music, where if you listen to b-boying music, it's just, there's no real singing. Sometimes it's kind of singing, but it's just a lot of like these like,
yeah.
so that's where that comes from, break. I don't know, I just thought since it was on the Olympics and stuff, people would want to know.
Yeah, I knew nothing about it.
It's cool, right?
I think it's sweet.
It's really cool.
I couldn't do it. I can't dance.
It's a shame because actually, I wonder if I could take you to a jam. That's what like these b-boy events are called. I
Are we
don't know.
too old?
I don't know why. Oh no.
No?
Because we're all that's left. Like I said, like young people, there are young people, still killing it.
Yeah.
And they're doing crazy. Especially like the Japanese b-boys and b-girls. They're like insane over there. And Vegas was actually like somewhat of a hub for b-boying.
Oh, no kidding.
A lot of breakers here, a lot of like pretty famous crews here. There's Knucklehead Zoo was a big one when I was a kid, and Battleborn. Battleborn was a cool crew.
Shitty Bethesda game or Gearbox?
Battleborn. Was that,
Battleborn?
yeah, let's name it after the Lincoln needing an extra vote in the for the presidential race for the Union, Battleborn.
Battleborn.
But I always thought that was cool. Yeah, it was really big in Vegas, and it was so big that sometimes we would have the international superstars come, and
no kidding.
I got to see them because they would come to the events because it was big enough here in Vegas and stuff. Really cool. I got into breaking, b-boying, because I watched this documentary on MTV. It was
of course.
Called, B-boy World of B-boy World. It was a documentary of like this. There's this yearly big event. It was like the breaking version of the Olympics, I guess. It's called Battle of the Year. This big event, Battle of the Year. And it was when all the different countries would send their best team to compete. There was two parts of it. There was a showcase performance and also the actual battle. And they would compete against each other. And it was like
a
tournament
Fortnite?
style. Kind of, yeah. Battle Royale. They would they would not fight each other. They're fighting each other. They would face off against each other. It's this big thing. And they made a documentary about it. And they put it up on MTV because America's Best Dance Crew was popular at the time, I guess. And in this, it was the Koreans. Koreans were kind of like, I'm going to say it, at a certain point, they were like the best.
That's you.
For a long half.
Oh, damn.
Half.
So you're 50% good?
Oh, that's not the 50. I got,
Damn.
I like to eat Korean barbecue. That's what I got from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Koreans.
Yeah. And, but yeah, I was young and I haven't, I grew up in America. I grew up in pretty just like diverse kind of community. I was never really like, my family ate the food. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
And, yeah, because my household's not really culturally Asian, really. My dad that I was raised by, he's white, so culturally, just like I just grew up very American,
okay.
So I didn't really get exposed to that. And like me and my family too, we don't really connect with, we're not close with our other family members, Korean, so they don't, so I watched this and the Koreans were like so good. And I felt like this weird, like, oh, wait, I'm Korean, right? So it was this kind of moment where I've never felt pride. Like pride in my people, pride in me. That was the first time I felt like, wow, it's cool to be what I am, right?
I can't do that.
Oh,
I mean, what am I?
They hired that short guy in Wolverine to play a stunt double. Like, I think you could be so proud nowadays. Yeah. So it was cool, and so I sucked into it by virtue of that. Because the last two crews, it was Last for One crew, and this is so cool, Gamblers crew. They're two Korean crews, and they face off against each other. Japan's also
Is it weird? This reminds me of Battle Bots.
Okay, well, I was gonna go into a second point, which is also why I think breaking is so cool, and this might shift your guys' perspective on it. You might start to get out there. Breaking, b-boying, break dancing, whatever you call it, is the closest thing we have to like fantasy. Fantasy settings, fighting, battles, Game of Thrones, Star Wars,
Pokemon.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, let me explain it. We watch these escape fantasies, power escape fantasies, where people have fantastical powers and they go on these adventures. They join a guild. This is my party, adventuring party, adventurers. I'm a warrior. He's a tank, mage, and we go on these adventures. Skill sets. So breakdancing is the closest real life ancillary we have to this, because breaking, you have a crew.
That's sick.
You have a crew. Where else do you have a crew? Your D&D sessions, your like school study group, book club, kinda shared interests, but like it's literally your crew, right? And you each have specialties. Some guy does like those crazy flips. One guy is more like a style kind of guy.
What did you do?
One guy's flexible. Me?
Yeah, what'd you do?
I guess I was categorized as like a flexible guy if you had to boil it down to its simplest things.
The contortionist.
Yeah, well, I guess the specific style is called threading.
Okay.
Threading, which is like a lot of like, it's this like threading kind of thing.
But yeah, like
A lot of these like
Okay.
ray gun.
Okay. Oh wow.
But no,
Okay.
what ray gun was doing was not like anything really. But yeah, threading. I think really popular in like Canadian breaking. I
Okay.
think that's the thing. It's so cool. There's like these styles, and they're more popular here. They more originate here.
That's cool.
But you have crew members.
Wait, did you have a name? Okay.
We have crew members, and you each have specialties, and not only do you have specialties, like when you battle against another crew, it's like, oh, they just sent out their guy that does power. Let's show them up. So let's send our guy that does power.
Yeah.
It's like an anime battle.
That's
Oh,
dope.
they sent
That's
in
sick.
they sent in their musical guy. He's all fast on it. We got a guy like that.
Yeah.
Show him up. Oh, they did a routine.
Are there counters?
Kinda. Well, that's the thing. You would show them up, like, oh, you hit like a little thing. We have a guy that does something like that, but it's
But
cool.
better, yeah.
And you would do a routine. Sometimes you do a group routine. It's like, we have a group routine, and we have like an arsenal. Which one do we pick for the moment? It's like a little battle.
Yeah.
And so, they always have crazy names like B-Boy Rocket,
B-Boy Rocket.
B-Boy, crazy. Oh, my favorite was they're called power heads, the people that do like power. He's a Korean guy on Gambler's Crew. His name, coolest name ever, B-Boy The End.
Oh.
The end. It's the end. So cool. And then you have really stupid ones. Same crew. One of my favorite B-Boys. B-Boy Bruce Lee. Why? He's got a bowl cut. Looks like Bruce Lee.
Yeah, not very original.
Well, I love the Asian B-Boys, Japan, Korea, because they always just pick like, what's a cool English word?
Yeah.
B-Boy, kill. That's a B-Boy. He's really good. B-Boy, kill. And it's usually named off of like whatever your thing was. So I wasn't like so super entrenched in the community where I was like known whatever by a name, but like my little group that I was with, and I do think there's a Taiwanese breaker that goes by this name more internationally, so I wouldn't be, it's kind of like, it's like, they took my Twitter handle or something. You don't step on people's toes. But in school, I always wore a cap. You missed my hat arc. I was a big hat guy.
Okay.
Kane, confirm. I was always wearing hats.
You are a hat guy, yeah.
Hat guy. Big hat guy. And I always wore this hat. And it was not just a cap. It was like a boxy messenger cap.
Okay.
It was kind of like something like a newsboy would wear, like a square kind of look. And I was B-Boy Red.
Red.
Because Red from Pokemon wears like this boxy hat.
That's cool.
Maybe it was a racial thing too. I'm not really sure. But B-Boy Red.
I like that.
Yeah. What would your B-Boy name be?
Oh my God. My B-Boy name?
And the thing with B-Boy...
The thing is I would need to know what I would be good at.
Sometimes it's like that, or it's something just super surface level. Like I said, there's a guy named B-Boy Bruce Lee because he has a bowl cut and looked like Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Asian guy. You know?
They call me B-Boy Vlad.
It's always... It always comes from a very... I want to say like Chunibyo, but like cringe.
I like that.
It's
I
like
like
the
that.
most baseline like, this guy's goth.
Yeah.
B-Boy Darkness.
Yeah.
That's already a B-Boy name. Can't take that.
Drac.
What?
Like Dracula.
Dracula.
But Drac because it's
Not-
cooler.
Not Kula.
Huh? Oh, Kula. Kula.
Kula.
Kula. Hey everyone, big announcement. Just want to say that we have Best in Jest shirts.
Yeah, we got some merchandise release, collaboration with the lifestyle clothing brand Omina, and we had some special Best in Jest merch release at Anime Impulse.
Right.
Obviously, that's past, but lucky you guys, we're releasing this merch online.
Yep.
September 10th, this Tuesday. Show us the back of there.
Oh, on the
That
back,
shirt.
yeah.
It's the Best in Jest shirt. Oh, right there, Best in Jest with our classic little jester masks and hats right there. But that's not all. What else are we releasing?
We are releasing Commander Connor Nui. Not not life-sized, but nonetheless.
We made it a little bigger just for the sake of it. It's cute. Got a little cute shirt on right there with the, what does that say?
It says death.
It's got a little keychain on it so you can bring it with you wherever you go. I'll go along perfectly with my little guy. Mine used to have a chain, but I kicked him, and it broke off.
Too bad.
I kicked him, and it's one of those days. But yeah, this merchandise releasing online September 10th, so please look out for it. And if we saw you at Anime Impulse, thank you if you purchased some of the Best in Jest merchandise. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, let's get back to the episode. Thank you.
Legal like a backwards hat.
Sometimes. I have a story about that.
Backwards hat.
I have this hat, one of my favorite hats.
The Jabba hat.
The Jabba hat. You know, you've seen me. It's a Nike hat with a green bill. And I have these pins on it. One of them says, I love Jabba. And it's a Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
That's just what it looks like. It's a very cool hat. It's a Nike hat, and it has like a Sakura. It has Mount Fuji with a Sakura petals. And I wear it backwards. And it has like this plastic strip that clicks in on the front of your forehead, you know, like the sizing thing on the back of the hat. And so I wear it. And for a period, I was like, touching my head, man, I'm like losing my hair. There's a period where I'm like, I'm losing my hair. My grandfather has full head of hair, both grandfathers.
Yeah.
My family has a full head of hair. Like, weird. I don't know. I guess I'm getting older, but I guess that's just how life goes. And it would like hurt. I would feel like straining, like it's strained, like someone's pulling on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's just the feeling of me losing hair. Like, I guess I'm getting older. One day I go and put my hat on. I take it off, and I'm a really sweaty guy.
Yeah.
Sweaty palms, my body heat. Hold my hand.
I mean, you're a little clammy. Very
Clammy.
Not too bad.
I put on my hat, and I look at it. I take it off. I feel weird. I take it off. I look at it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? The Nike cap. On the back of it, of the inside, there's a Nike like tag. Like a Nike tab of like its branding, like a little square. You know, like you get on clothes, just like a little tab, branding tab.
Sure.
But on the Nike hat, it's not like a loose tab because it's a hat. It's like it's pressed into the inside of the Nike cap.
Okay.
With some sort of adhesive.
Oh my God.
And as it turns out, I was wearing this hat so often.
You're ripping out hair follicles and shit.
That it started to melt and fade away. This tag, this brand tag inside of my hat, and I wear it backwards, so it's right here on the side of my head.
Yeah.
It was starting to get worn away, and I'm sweaty. I'm hot. I wear it to the gym, and it was getting heated up, and the adhesive that was there
sticky
was getting stuck and pulling my hair out every time I wore the hat right here.
Fucking way.
And there was this prolonged period where I was wearing this hat, and I was like, it was ripping out my hair for I don't know how long. I still have that hat.
That's fucking what.
Mm-hmm.
So you were giving yourself fucking male pattern baldness.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, what's happening? My hair. I was ripping it out with my stupid fucking hat because the glue was getting.
That's fucking.
Yeah.
Oops.
And the worst part about it is, I obviously was like stopped.
Yeah.
And I, kind of cleaned it, whatever. I don't know what it is, but it got to such a deep level that I still feel the pain sometimes. It doesn't feel right.
Phantom hat pain.
I don't know if it pulled out from like the roots of my hair. Like, it doesn't feel right. It feels like a twinge sometimes. I feel it. But I'm doing okay.
No, you're fine. I wouldn't even know that happened.
I'm doing okay.
Oh God.
Dude, I still haven't restrung mine. We went on a guitar arc.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a Christmas. Well, it was around Christmas, maybe a little bit before. Guitar Center arc. You bought a guitar. I bought a second guitar that I couldn't play.
Oh my. Well, fucking
Guitar Center is. It's like you're buying a goddamn car.
Right. Yeah. We say there's a car salesman. Why is the only other place where you run into the like shady,
super aggressive
salesman type other than a car dealership, the fucking Guitar Center
or
of
a
all
Lush
places. Or a Lush.
Yeah.
Dude, the Minecraft Lush bath bomb. You seen that?
Damn, yeah.
Boom!
They just fucking explode.
But yeah, we got the okay, for fucking Christ. I went. I knew exactly what kind of guitar I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted a
A Fender?
Telecaster, or
Telecaster.
Fender Strat or
Yeah.
one of these. Loose idea, but let's see what they had. I ended up getting like this baby blue. It's got like the wooden neck, and I loved it. And you're there, and you brought your other guitar to fix because it had this weird neck or whatever. What was that?
My guitar?
Yeah, what was up with it? Why did it have like a special thing?
Oh, it has the
Don't even remember. It had like a special neck that
Floyd
could only be played a certain way. And it was weird. So
what was it?
but
I don't remember.
you went to get it fixed, and I get my guitar, and then you're like, you walk over, and you're like, I'll take this one. Connor bought a guitar. Black guitar, all black. Cool. And I go, you didn't even play it.
No.
This one's cool. I want it.
It looked cool.
You got it. We play around with both our guitars for a while, and you're like, I hate this guitar.
I hate it. I okay. I get the cool black one. And I'm like, I play it. I'm like, oh, that's okay. And then I pick up yours, which looks like it came out of a Toys R Us.
Yeah.
And I play it. I'm like, oh, wait a second. That's so much fucking
That's the
nicer than
appeal
mine.
of it.
Yeah.
You're
It
right.
feels good.
It does kind of remind you of a toy.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the quality of it with the wooden neck, and that's why I like it so much.
It's nice. Yeah.
My string, one of my strings snapped. I had to replace it, and that was GG for my guitar arc, because needing to restring my guitar was like that bottlenecked me. My guitar practice stopped after that because
Such a bitch.
I tried to restring it, and I didn't do it right.
I cut myself.
And I
got
was like,
scared.
oh, cool. $30 just down the drain with those strings.
Yep.
Okay, got new strings, and I haven't restrung it. I need to practice.
Yeah, I got more strings. Well, that's why I'm only playing acoustic now. I gave up on electric.
We got bottlenecked by the...
I got literally like, I got hit with a level gap. Like, I like, the string breaks. I don't know how to restring it. I look at YouTube videos. I have the fucking restringer tool. I can't do any of it right. It breaks again. I get hurt. I want to cry. I don't do it anymore. I'm going back to my acoustic and doing the F chord. Like that. I'm just
like barred F chord.
Yeah, I just went back to barring the F chord. Because at the end of the day, I find electric to be so much. It's easier to sound better on electric with less work.
Because you just do a simple chord. You don't even have to do the bar. You could just like do a simple power chord. It's just like, bang, bang, bang. It sounds great.
But for when I want to play, it's so much harder because I love like metal music. So it's like alternate picking up and down, and then, you know, like palm muting and variations and stuff like that. And it's just so much all of that.
You got to learn because you look like you know how to play.
What people always say, are you in a band? And I always go,
could be.
No. Could be. I would love to learn, but this okay, here's the thing.
We could start the shittiest band ever.
That's our next project.
2 guitarists that don't know how to play guitar.
That would be fun. I mean, who knows what's going on at that fucking Anime Impulse panel right now. But you know, I want to learn guitar, but the problem is that I have to learn guitar. If that makes sense. Because learning is a bitch for a guitar at like 28 years old for me. And I know that's not old, but I'm not 15 who is a prodigy at everything.
So, you know, it's like a little bit of both sides here, which is like, you know, I'm learning music, and it is possible. Definitely it is possible to learn music or any skill, art or whatever it is.
Right. Just takes longer.
I think that I don't think there is such thing as talent, but I think you're a fool if you don't think some people are more inclined towards certain things or have some sort of slight whatever. But I think largely you can learn, and it's mostly practice.
I agree.
And I think talent is just that some people have a natural slight inclination towards it, which makes them practice more over the span of their life.
Yes.
Right. But that being said, definitely not as easy as when I was young. When I was young, just boop, I'd watch a video and just like, okay, that's how you play it. And
it's insane.
But now I'm like, do I play this game Papers, Please? You read these things?
Yeah.
Fucking impossible.
You should be better at that when you're older. That's like a fucking minimum wage job.
What does it say?
Yeah.
I can't like just the simplest tasks. The older I get, the simplest tasks become harder and harder. So yeah, it does get harder to do simple things, let alone learn a new skill. But it's possible.
Yeah.
I think. I hope so. But I need to learn how to string my guitar first off.
Yeah, I don't know. I love playing, I just started learning like, Voltaire when we went to go see Voltaire. He didn't learn bar chords. So that gives me hope.
I love that part where he's like, guys, this part's real hard.
Yeah.
Just
And he's like a accomplished musician.
yeah, he's a
and
professional
singer,
musician.
And you know what? Like,
we literally bought tickets to go see him. He's a professional musician, and even he was
he
like,
doesn't know if
guys,
he's like, this is
a little
tough.
hard.
Yeah. So that gave me hope that I'm like, you know what? For one, maybe I don't need to learn a fucking bar chord. I mean, I could just keep toying away at a fucking acoustic and see where I end up.
Yeah.
I love music. I'm so passionate about music. I'm just not.
That's weird. It's because it's kind of like music. What it is, it's kind of I don't know if the right word is cliche, but a lot of like, oh, now he's doing music. Famous internet guy does music now.
Everyone does.
But like it makes sense because I think for a lot of people, especially
Expressive.
creatives, like content creators, you start to get in music and then it does kind of rekindle this kind of, it's so different from things, and it's music specifically something you had to kind of like purposely get into, right? Your mom made you play the trumpet in school. You needed to actively go join a choir or something.
It tickles a creative itch as well.
Yeah.
Like that an artist would have. It does that for me.
I haven't felt this like almost childlike wonder with learning a skill and being like, oh, I did it. I played like it. That sounded
make
good.
that sound.
I made a
Yeah.
wow. I haven't really felt that.
This makes me want to play guitar right now.
Yeah. We gotta learn how to string our goddamn guitars.
We should go to a jam session. We should do that. I should just come over and we should just fucking learn.
used
We
to.
should learn something.
We used to.
But we just noodled. Like we should go like not start a band before everyone goes like, oh god, they're starting a fucking band now. I'm not starting a band, but like it just sounds fun to come over and like, okay, you'll do like a thing. I'm like, oh, how did you do that? And then we'll try like maybe we try to learn the same fucking thing. Maybe with two minds it'll make it more sense with some stuff. I don't know.
See, that sounds excruciating because when I learn something, it's oh fuck.
Yeah, I guess it is. We're not good enough to be doing that yet.
Ah, shit, hold on one more time.
Yeah, I'm not good enough to learn very quickly at all.
But what I was gonna say is music has been really nice for me, just as like a creative hobby. Because, like I was saying, I don't like have any more hobbies. I don't cosplay. I don't dance.
You don't
gym.
b-boy?
Yeah, I don't b-boy anymore.
See, I think
it's not the same without other people.
yeah.
The atmosphere, environment of it. I don't.
See, I think gym. You said
Yeah, gym.
gym has become a hobby.
It's the closest thing to one.
It is one.
It is one.
It's absolutely a hobby. We started getting gear and shit. You start getting like a apparel and you start.
I guess what it is it is a hobby, but for me, creativeness is a big part of
Right,
being
it
a
ain't
hobby.
a creative hobby.
And it's more of like a life thing. It's more of a quality of life thing. It makes me feel better. It improves my life.
Yeah.
It keeps my schedule on track, and it is a hobby, but I don't really get like creative expression through it. But music has been that, because for me, like, I guess I'm like an artist. That's what a lot of people know me as. Like I draw and stuff, but not to get too depressing, but I just have no joy for it anymore. I have no joy for it anymore,
That's okay.
which is a weird thing to say, but for me, it's like, it's not that I'm the best artist ever, right? But I dove into it so hard growing up and practicing and drawing, and I have my specific style, and yes, I could get better in like whatever it is, my deficiencies with it, like
Sure.
color theory or backgrounds or whatever. But like when it comes to like illustrative type of art things, concepting, storyboarding, sketching, I got to a point where it's just, you know, I don't want to say mastery, but for me, it's like I got there.
You hit your ceiling with what you
I
want to do.
hit my ceiling.
Yeah.
And yeah, I could get marginally better,
Sure.
whatever. But for what my style is and stuff, it's just like, it's instant. It's instant. And it is, when I draw something, for me, it's gotten to the point where there is no joy in the process anymore.
That sounds like all artists.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But for me, the joy comes from making the product and entwining it with my content now.
Okay.
And the satisfaction comes from like, well, I made a little video or this little thing, but the actual process of the art brings me no joy. It used to, but I like, man, I went so hard on it. I just feel like I've run it to the ground with that. And it's more of, again, it sounds really depressing, but like it's a tool of mine now. And I think part of it is because, again, not that I've mastered it, but the level of like my efficacy with it, the way I think about it has transcended like a hobby for me.
Okay.
You know, it's just,
It's a part of you.
it's like, it's effortless.
Yeah.
It's effortless. Cause you know, I draw sometimes, whatever, not to gas myself up, but in some aspects of it, I do think like I could be in the industry in like concepting, sketching, whatever. Like my rendering is not quite there, but like I just do it. And, you know, people say like, oh, that's so good. Or you did that so quickly. And it's like, I wasn't even like, it's so weird. I wasn't arting. I was just thinking. It's almost like it's become so like, again, you know, it's hard to draw, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But like, to me, it's effortless. It's almost like talking to me. Like I draw a thing. I'm like, I don't know. I don't, that kind of, and I think part of it is you need struggle. You do need struggle. You need hardship. You need to overcome. And for me, even though there is like room to explore, I like art, illustrative art for me, I've gone past that. I did my whatever. And I find no like, very few times I draw something and I'm like, oh wow, this is good. Like I did it.
But you used to do
I
that.
got better. Right. Like, oh, I like this piece. It's so much better than this old piece I did. I got better. I want to save it. It's just like, this will be a great thumbnail. Yes. Can I draw faster than this so that I can make more content? It
just comes down to content brain. You know, once you can utilize it as an asset towards content and stops becoming a hobby and starts becoming like you said, a tool. And I think, you know, first of all, I don't have an artistic bone in my body for like fucking art. Can't do that shit at all. But what I've noticed with like content in general is that for me, I don't take joy in content per se. It's more of like I take enjoyment out of if I want people to like it. I need the validation of someone to like something. So put it out there and they like it. So like if I were an artist, I don't know if I'd be proud of anything I did, but if I showed it to somebody and they said, I like that, then I would like it. And I don't know if that's ever been something for you when you did art that you needed like people to be like, oh, I enjoy that. I like giving things.
So it's weird. I think like, well, so one to kind of not lose my amorphous like train of thought. So with music, it's the opposite of that. I work at a thing and it's hard and I do some research and then I accomplish that sound, that feeling. And I'm like, oh wow, I did it. I did this art. I did the music, and I'm still making better. And the process is fun. And I guess progression is important. Like, you know, classic thing everyone says, the journey, not the end goal.
Sure.
With art,
I think that's true though, the journey.
Yeah.
For fitness too. I want to get somewhere with fitness, but going through it, it's been enjoyable regardless.
You come far. You post that picture yourself.
Oh yeah.
I noticed you're doing those seated things and your shoulders, you're filling out.
Dude, it's fun. It's like I genuinely enjoy the grind. I got the fucking fit. You continue and we'll come back to this.
You got the Fitbit.
The Fitbit, it's like a video game and there's like stats and it like tracks everything and it's crazy, but go ahead.
Well, with art, I just the point where I got to now.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I've never ever wanted to do art as a profession.
Did it just come to you?
I started drawing.
But you didn't want to do it. Why did you do it?
So as a profession.
Okay.
So I have a point. It's kind of related to that.
Go ahead.
So I've never wanted to do art as a profession ever when I was a kid. And when I dropped out of UCLA and I stopped being a doctor, I want to be an artist. But what I really mean is like a creative. I want to do something creative, I did YouTube, whatever. But never was I like, I want to go to Cal Arts and become an animator. Never, not once did I ever want to do that. I've always done it, and I've done like little competitions here or there in school. But I think that is key to how I got so good, at least for actually right now. The thing with me is I reached this point, I would say pretty early. And this is kind of a good thing and a bad thing. However good I am now, I was pretty much this good in high school, to be honest. Which is kind of a negative because, I should have progressed and gotten better, but I kind of just lost the love for it. But I think the reason why I did get so good so quickly is because at one point, I fucking loved it. I loved it as like truly as like an art form, which I don't even think music's nowhere close because there's some sort of performative aspect and I want to get better and I'm being self-reflective about it and being like, I enjoy the process. I'm getting better. But like when I was young and I was doing art, it's almost like insanity. I didn't care about attention. I didn't care. Like it was just consuming. I just drew and I wanted to draw and just the act was like, I was obsessed over. I loved it. I loved watching things and it wasn't like, I want to do that or like what I just simply, it was like compelling.
You would just
I was
devour all form of it.
I would watch something. I'd read a comic book and it wasn't like, I don't know. I just was just compelled to draw and I just drew all the fucking time. Yeah. Always drawing. First thing I drew was the earliest drawing my mother has is of Spider-Man. And it's like this little stick figure Spider-Man. But and Spider-Man's been a big inspiration for my art. The Ultimate comic books, Ultimate series, and those old Spider-Man ones. But I wish I could get to that point again. I've never felt that with anything else in my life. Dancing, music. It really is like euphoria. I have these like very fleeting memories of drawing and like just loving it, and it's just my entire life. This boundless like joy of just drawing. And man, I just haven't felt anything like that in my adult life, I feel.
That's dark. That was... I like as a kid, comic book artist, I'd always trace, and I'm like, oh, I'm so good at this. I hated coloring. And also tracing it wasn't drawing to me. It was fucking tracing. And then I realized I couldn't draw.
No, you could if you practiced.
I was a better drawer as a kid than I am now. But the thing is like I degressed for sure. Oh, I'm shit now. But like I drew a lot as a kid. And for some reason as a kid, I feel like, okay, well, by the time I hit 25 or when I'm older, I'll just be good at something. I'll just know how to do it. Like then I want to become a video game designer, the classic. I went to fucking community college I went into graphic design, vector arts, and design to learn some kind of artistic thing. And I went, wait a second. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not
That's what you're going to school for. Learn.
But I was bad. I was like really bad. Like everyone was like, the only thing I was good at was like conceptualizing things, like ideas. I was good at ideas, but I can't bring anything to a page. I could go, oh, this, and that, do that. I like telling people what to do and they know how to do it, but I can't, even if I can think it never goes to the page. Ever. But I have like that photographic mind where it's like, okay, yeah, I can think of colors and rotate an apple in my head and all that shit. But the second I have to draw it, I'm like, nope, can't do it. Can't conceptualize anything.
I think it's just practice, mind, body kind of thing. I don't know.
But some people just got it. Some people just know. Like, you can practice, but some people are like, they're drawn. Like, I drew comics. I would take a big roll of paper. I would put all the lines on the page, put the characters on there, and then I would put a title and a cover, and I'd staple it together.
I did the same thing.
And I did it.
Mario fighting Spider-Man.
Yep. And I did that 1,000 times. Then I'd make my own cards, my own Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit. Draw them all, cut them out, make a whole deck. Then I would draw characters. I'd cut them out and make the characters fucking kill each other. You know, all
That's
of it.
fun.
All of it. Stats,
Card
names.
games.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'd love to do a card game.
Yep.
That sounds so fun. Drawing the little. I did that too.
So it's like, I feel like I should be an artist. Like, but it never looked good. It was always shit. Always shit. I drew lizard men. I always drew lizard
Drew
men.
what?
Yeah, I know. Do you think it's some deep-seated peripheral, like... I always drew lizard men. And they had guns. It's because I loved Turok as a kid. It's like...
Kane played the fuck out of that game.
Yeah, Turok?
Oh, no. Far Cry. That was your...
Oh,
wait. Just Cause. Oh, okay. That was... he was always playing Just
Not
Cause.
even close.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I tried...
I love art. It's so much fun when... I drew an MS Paint once. I learned how to shade. This was, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. But it's like, I put like, you know, I just drew something and I'm like, oh, if I make the color a bit, was it brighter or darker? And I put it just like little areas on it and I kind of just put it defines it more.
See, you're speaking in the same sense and lens that I'm talking about the music.
With the wonder.
You know, and there's that
Yeah.
wonder and you trying to, yeah.
Well, it's that, I think it's the naivety.
Naivety.
Yes. The naiveness of it all,
Yeah.
like of ourselves.
Which is such a weird,
we
such a
like
weird,
that.
like,
Yeah.
like what is, you know, we're talking about happiness and all this. I like, what really is it? It's not like to be good. There's some sort of like the experience
It's
of
the
it. and
learning. It's
beyond.
that exploration of like creativity and shit like that. I would like to learn how to. The thing is, like, if I knew how to draw, I feel like I'd be unstoppable because everyone. I always had to like pay other people to do things, whether it be, you know, graphics or designs or an asset for anything.
No,
it's always paying people.
I've saved so much money just.
And you can just whip it right up. And I always
Just
commend
do it.
that. And I was like, oh man, that's so cool. I wish I could do that. And then I open up MS Paint. I'm like, yep, that's shit.
There's some charm in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like all the things I'm bad at. The things I'm good at is what I hate and that's what you're kind of talking about, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'm trying to think. You said earlier about the imagining the apple, the visualizing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I visualize. I don't know if do I see it? I must.
Can you see it? Is there an apple with color in your mind right now?
I'm thinking.
I know it's kind of hard to understand if there's
I'm thinking of an apple.
Is it colored?
I know an apple's red
Yeah.
with maybe some yellowing and white streaks on it, with a brown stem, like a leaf. But
Sounds like
am I? But the thing is,
it's hard to
am
understand.
am I envisioning it, or am I just simply thinking of an apple? And that's what I have a trouble
there a
grabbing.
difference?
I think there is, because like if you talk to people that quote unquote can't envision an apple, they know what a fucking apple is, and when they see an apple, they'll be like, "That's an apple." They know what an apple is conceptually, and I do too. We all do, but like, is imagining the apple? That's a different thing, but I don't know which one I'm doing. Am I imagining it or am I visualizing it?
Isn't that the same thing?
Well, no, because there are people that can't, right?
There's people that just they like think in like words or something.
But they know what an apple is, and they see it, and they know what it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah?
Is that not visualizing an apple? Because if people are talking about closing their eyes and like Sherlock Holmes' mind palace, an apple appears before them, I don't do that. I cannot visualize that. I can't visualize an apple. I simply know what an apple is.
So you can't think of an apple.
Well, the thing is, I think I'm imagining it. What I think is imagining could be visualizing, and in that case, yes, I can visualize an apple. But I feel like I don't visualize it. I cannot see an apple when I close my eyes. I don't visualize anything. It's darkness.
Well, you don't see it physically. It's like in your mind.
But that's what. But that's
like-
why I'm saying, is that not simply all people can then?
I don't think so.
How is that possible?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure there's like people that can't like visualize things in their mind.
They don't know what an apple is?
Well, if they looked at it, they would.
So if they're not looking at it, they've completely
Well, it's
don't know-
not like object permanence or something. I think it's just like they can't like think of an. I don't know.
That makes no sense to me.
I don't. Because like if I close my eyes, I can think of anything. I can think of
Right.
I can think of a
That's
goddamn
visualizing.
movie.
Giraffe. Thing with a long neck, yellow spotted.
Yeah, but I can have it do literally anything in my mind. That giraffe's neck can bend backwards. It can go on a jetpack and fly off into space, and that can that happens all in my head. Like it's like isn't that? But isn't that normal? I'm
Well,
losing
that's
it.
what I'm saying.
I'm not.
That's normal. Anyone can think of a giraffe.
But what I'm saying is, I think some people can't.
Or no, I think that's not the outlier. I think some people can. And it's like a vivid picture in their head.
So, well, read the standout.
I think we're on the side of like can't visualize. And that's more normal.
What do you? Okay, wait. What the fuck does visualize mean? What do you mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand what visualizing means. Because if
But isn't imagining and visualizing a thing? At the
that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't understand how people can't visualize.
What do they see? Words? Blackness? I don't know. Is it a void?
I see blackness.
But I see black. Okay. I see blackness.
Well, I don't see blackness. It's very spotty and bright lights and very like when I close my eyes, it's very like there's like
I see colors.
Yeah, pulsing colors is.
But you see those pulsing colors, but then you go into like you go higher. You go into your mind, and then you're somewhere else. You're there. You're like, there's the okay.
What? Go higher.
Like
I feel like we didn't do any introspectiveness with you.
No, I didn't really. That's okay. I found it interesting. I learned a lot.
Listen, guys. First of all, I'm okay. I don't need to rekindle that. No need to recommend to draw some kind of.
Right. Yeah.
I've drawn Sonic 1,000 times. I've drawn the Master Chief 10,000 times.
Yeah.
I did my reps. I'm okay. I'm doing my shitty fucking YouTuber music now. No need to. Whatever. But hey, I don't know if you've been there, done that. Just let us know. But I think it's time to move on to the next portion where we answer questions, comments, and concerns at Twitter using the hashtag
Just ask.
Jest Ask. Yeah, and we ask our producer Kane to pick some out for us and just read us some, and we'll see what we can say.
This one is from Jin. They ask, which Hogwarts house would you sort the other person in, and what would your Patronus be?
Hufflepuff.
I'd be in Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff or Gryffindor?
Me?
Yeah.
Why? Isn't Hufflepuff the dumb one?
No, isn't it
What are
like
they?
sweet, marshmallowy,
Oh, is that what they are?
non-confrontational? See, the thing is, here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Well, for you answer first, without going into
For what
it.
you are?
Yeah.
Probably Slytherin.
Okay, so good answer. Because my point was why I say Gryffindor or Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff?
It's because, and we need to address this with like our aesthetics and our outward facingness. And, you guys draw fan art as well. And we have this thing where Connor dresses very gothic, black, has this kind of serious look to him. Some people would even say scary.
Mm.
And I wear I'm very bright. I'm an artist.
He's wearing a sweater with bread
I'm wearing
on.
a sweater with bread on it, which, oh God, that looks so fucking good, by the way. But, I wear like loud colors, graphic t-shirts, very smiley. Some people would say not my personality, but like I'm very outward with how I talk, whatever, and whatever. But the thing is, guys, is that like the inside is the exact opposite. The inner person, Connor despite the like scary gothic look, is a very mild-mannered, very non-confrontational person in my estimation. And I am the most evil person you've met. So
I could agree with that.
I just think it's funny the way people draw us and all this stuff. So
I love the inverse dynamic.
I would be in Slytherin. No, I'd be a Dementor. I chose it
you'd
willingly.
be goddamn
to be,
Voldemort.
I would hide my Horcruxes better.
With the yeah,
He split his soul into things, and
God, where would I put mine? I put mine in a fucking post office. Where's a place where no one would go?
definitely not the post office. People go to post office very often.
People hate the post office.
I guess so. I guess the reason I say Hufflepuff or Gryffindor is because I would say Gryffindor, but they're a little more like proactive in their personalities, and but I feel like Hufflepuff is more mild mannered. What's the other one?
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
They're smart.
I was about to say they seem a little more pessimistic. Maybe
They're a little like,
more
uptight.
Yeah, a little uptight. Not
It's
really.
probably okay. What I want, Slytherin. What I am, probably Hufflepuff. They're just like randos.
What?
they're just kind of there.
There's your answer.
Well, they said what our Patronus would be, which is like it's like the
Did they ask that? Oh, what is?
It's you know what a it's like a is it like an animal sign? What spirit animal?
Oh, yeah.
Like the
Okay.
deer
Yeah.
or whatever.
It's like white and misty and stuff.
Yeah.
What is that? Just your favorite animal?
I have no.
It's the Harry Potter.
I don't know
version.
what the lore is.
It's the Harry Potter version of your persona. What do you like?
Oh,
what is your inner animal?
Is that what it would be?
I guess so. Well, no, a persona is different because a persona is like your projection of like what you might want yourself to be.
Okay.
But I feel your patronum
What you
is what you are actually.
Okay.
So like a persona is much more of like an avatar, or like you get to
Projection.
be that. Yeah, projection. But like your patronus is like
an embodiment of yourself.
Right, you don't get to choose.
Yeah.
That is what you are as an animal. Which there might be some crossover. Some people might lean more into it or not, or whatever with your persona.
Yeah.
But or so I'm told. But like the patronus is like, what animal are you? And good luck with this, because I've done this many times with Kane and my friends. I always people have a hard time pinning me to an animal.
See, I don't know either.
I don't know why. I don't know why
either.
Been there, done that. Like it's hard.
Pinning to an animal.
Even personas. Like I don't know why people can't really pin me to an animal.
Huh. Why?
Because with you, I'm like maybe could be a bird or like a ferret type of thing. Some things immediately come out to me.
Yeah, I'm identifiable in that kind
Raven or vulture or
right.
I don't know. But for me, I don't know. What do you think? Let us know. Also,
I would love
for,
to know
for both
actually,
of us.
Yeah.
What is our patronus? Inner animal.
For you?
Your inner animal. I think Raven's perfect for you.
I mean, Raven's me.
It's gothic, but they're like smart and like not deceptive, but like they're not just these dark creatures.
They're not evil.
They're smart and keen
I
and
love
stuff.
those fucking birds. For you, God, I would have said Raven, by the way. Man, I don't know. See, it's so.
I think it's because I'm very. This is the Land and introspective episode.
Hey, I'm here
Self-reflective
for it. I'm
episode.
here for it.
I really am like a pro and a con. I'm a little bit of a Swiss Army knife of a person. Everything about me, my interests, my personality, and I don't know. Maybe that's why it's kind of hard.
Dude, I'm kind of stuck. Like, it's like I want to say, like, you always talking about being primal. I'm like, okay, fucking silverback. But it's like,
I'm not a silverback.
You're not a
girl.
silverback.
I wish.
And then I'm thinking, okay, well, no, not a silverback. It's too like broad. It's too. I'm like, okay, well, what's more down than that? But no ape. You're not an ape.
No, because ape is like,
See,
there's anger there, but there's this kind of like not uncontrollable from a sense of like lack of thinking, a more instinctual like, and I'm not that.
yeah, I want to say something cute, like a little thing.
Koala?
I could see a koala.
You racist.
What? Why?
Or wait, are they Asian? Eucalyptus?
I don't know.
Is it Australian?
They're Australian. I thought.
What am I thinking of?
I-
Isn't it Kung Fu Panda? Oh,
Kung Fu koala.
I got the panda and the koala mixed up.
I don't think you're a panda.
No. I'm definitely not any
What's
Asian
that fucking
creature.
little thing What's that little thing that fights the cobras?
Honey badger?
Oh,
Mongoose.
Mongoose. I don't know. Mongoose, honey badger. Honey badger's kind of good, actually.
Honey badger.
You kind of got honey badger energy. I that's probably the best one.
This one is from Kame Hall. They ask, you are transported back to the year 1000. What are your medieval jobs?
Oh, I'm fucked, dude.
Leprosy? I don't know.
I'm fucked.
My medieval job?
You could be like a executioner.
An executioner. Just fucking put people on spikes. Realistic, what I'd want. Okay, is this what I want or what I'd accurately get? Because what I'd accurately get is executed. Or trampled by a horse, or just murdered instantly. Because everyone goes.
Not necessarily what you want, but what you think you would be. Because realistically, statistically speaking, I starved.
Yeah.
In like feudal Asia.
What I think I can achieve, maybe.
In like a more favorable, optimistic outcome, and also, am I in Asia? Because if I'm like in Asia, I'm just dead, probably. Chance of dying just skyrocket.
I don't know,
And if I'm not in Asia, even higher percentage chance of me dying, being dead.
I mean, here's the stupidest answer and most obvious answer.
Yes.
A jester. In medieval times, with what I think I can do, and also, weren't they? I know they probably got executed a bunch, but weren't they kind of like favored by the king?
Well, I was gonna say, are you sure? Because I think there were like tacticians, and they gave counsel and stuff to the king.
Yeah.
Should we invade like France?
Maybe.
Juggle tomatoes.
I mean, maybe I wouldn't be good at giving like tactics and shit.
That'd be
but,
fun.
I could do a little dance, a little song, like a minstrel or like some kind of bard or something like.
I'd probably be some sort of marauder, if I'm being honest.
Like just a fucking savage murderer.
Yeah.
I see that.
And not just hold on, guys. Not because like truly by circumstance, not by like my desire to do harm or whatever. I think that just makes the most sense.
Well, put it this way. Yeah, exactly. You're in the year 1000. What do you think you could do? You're a tall guy, you can use
magnanimous to some degree,
Yeah.
outspoken. I would probably be a marauder. I would probably rally people, and we'd go around and
a
conquer.
ruler, like a leader.
Other than that, I'm dead. I'm just, and that's the kind of thing. It's like kill or be killed kind of thing.
Do you think you could?
I don't know if I have the right time frame. Like, I don't know if I have the historical lens.
Yeah, this was
because
like-
I'm imagining like literally like huts and like Mongols on horses coming with like bludgeoned weapons
Is this
and like
before that?
stealing like your wheat or something.
Yeah.
Or are they more advanced?
Yeah.
What
You
is
know what? Maybe my answer was more like
1,000?
1500s.
1,000? What was it?
1000.
Yeah, they said the year 1000, but
The
then
year
they
1000.
asked
Isn't
what
that
year.
like isn't that like still dinosaurs? Am I not? Wait, what?
1000?
1,000.
No, dude. no. Dinosaurs are like there's BC, right? And then
Before Christ?
but this is 1000, not but BC.
Did they change that? It's like anti-meridian.
I have no idea.
But I know it goes
what?
0 and then like it goes like negative, right? Like the year like. Wait a second.
Wait, is it Christ or is that like a misnomer? Is Christ the like 0 and then it's before Christ and after Christ? Or is it like
Wait, what's before 0? It doesn't go negative.
BC?
BC, right?
Is it just like 0 and then it goes, wait, so is 5,000 BC further back than like 100 BC because it's from 0?
Yeah.
Is that how
yeah,
that
yeah.
works?
10,000 BC
From Christ?
is like dinosaurs all the way back.
That makes no sense because Christ existed when there was civilization. Why would Christ be 0? That means there would be people in very advanced civilization existing in like no times. You know what I mean? Like, or that was done retroactively.
Why'd he show up during 0?
Because it had to be after the whole thing happened because they would not have been like, yeah, Christ, because he was just a dude. They would not have made their time
Wait, did the
based on
Bible
him.
happen? It happened after dinosaurs,
Yeah.
right?
And after Christ. Like, right? Because while Christ was alive,
right.
he would not have been Jesus Christ because he would have just simply been existing, or he was, but they would not have named they would not have categorized time by virtue of him at that time. That was done post
Right.
that period.
Right.
So is it Christ? Is the C and BC Christ?
I thought it was Christ. Am I wrong?
All right.
Was that my my Christian
I look over
upbringing?
the computer and Kane has typed in how time works. This makes sense because I had the trouble with the music timing.
I'm
didn't
really
understand the
confused. I know
minute and the
we're gonna
second.
get shit for this, but I'm so confused.
What does it say?
So BC, yeah, it stands for before Christ, and AD stands for
Oh, right.
Anno Domini, which stands for
After-
in the year of our Lord,
Oh.
or after death.
Oh, okay.
See, I
after that.
thought it was something like that, so they changed the. It wasn't like after Christ or
I
or
see.
maybe.
I see.
But now it's BCE, which is before Common Era.
So when did dinosaurs exist? When was the last time dinosaurs were alive?
Wasn't that like 8,000?
8,000 BC.
10,000? I don't know.
Dinosaurs existed on Earth for over 140 million years before the Mesozoic era, which lasted from approximately 225 million to 65 million years ago.
What? 250 million years ago?
Yeah.
What?
And then the most recent dinosaurs were around 65 million years ago.
Why'd Jesus take so long?
He was waiting for the dinosaurs.
He's waiting for the dinosaurs to fuck
Wait.
off.
When was the latest dinosaurs? Like what the dinosaurs closest to us?
65 million years ago.
65 million?
Yeah.
But we're in year 2024. Because like in my head, going back like 2,000 years,
It's insane.
it's like humans
Nothing.
can't even talk.
Yeah.
Let alone
When it hits 0, I'm like, oh, the
Hold
Big
on.
Bang.
Think about it like this. Forget 1,000 years. 100,000 years ago is not anywhere near 65 million.
So we've been around. I think I knew that, but it's like unfathomable nature to me.
How old is the Earth?
We're like the pilot and Wally looking at all the stuff on Earth. What is grass? What is it?
Wait. Okay, hold on. Wait. Guess.
How old is the
Okay,
Earth?
hold on. Kane said that dinosaurs were 250 million years ago. Okay? 250 million years ago. The latest dinosaur, 65 million years ago. 250 million years ago, dinosaurs existed. And you trace the evolutionary path, right? Like dinosaurs came from little land mammals that came from fish. The fish had to evolve from like little tiny organisms that were like little multi-celled organisms and whatever that had to come from like the soup and whatever. So if dinosaurs are 250 million years ago, I would say maybe like
300?
300 what?
300 million?
Less?
It's 300 million years old. the
Only
Earth?
50 million years older than the dinosaurs existing?
Yeah.
See, I think it takes way longer to go from like little cell to dinosaur. Because I'm imagining literally like
A billion.
literally 1 billion years, maybe like 1.5 billion years ago.
Okay.
That can't be right. Billion?
I don't know. I'm totally lost. I thought 300 million, and now that sounds short.
300 million? That's what you're thinking?
Yeah, I think so.
Connor, think about this. Kane said that dinosaurs existed 250 million years ago.
But isn't that the beginning?
And he said that dinosaurs closest to us was 65 million years ago.
Oh, there's math
The
here.
distance between those dinosaurs is more than you going back to the beginning of Earth.
Okay, so 500 million.
Okay, I think 1.5 billion.
Okay.
Okay. So we believe the Earth to be around 4.54 billion years old.
Oh my God.
Why do we think this thing's got to go to shit soon?
Oh my
It's
God.
been around this long?
Over 4 billion years? I knew it was like old.
I didn't know it was that. That doesn't compute to me. That something could be around that long. What was it doing?
How is there not aliens?
We're gonna talk about aliens.
8 point. Wait, what? 4 point
4.5 billion.
billion,
Oh, the aliens.
and there's no aliens.
Dude, the aliens were already here and they died. And then the dinosaurs came in.
I don't know, man.
They were here. And guess what? We're going to be the aliens eventually.
We had a similar thing while we were eating our Thai food lunch. We were talking about like who would win, like 1 billion lions or the sun. I had a very gross misunderstanding of how big the sun was.
And how hot it is.
Because I said like, well, if there was enough lions, maybe like, what, like 10 billion, like a billion lions? A billion? 1 billion lions.
That's a lot of lions.
And I was like,
What would they do to it?
and then Kane said, you know, there's over 1 billion people that live on Earth. And then, and I was like, what? And he's like, if you imagine 1 billion people on the surface of the sun, what do you think? And I'd be like, oh yeah, that's nowhere near.
Enough.
Right, it would be like a blot. And so I was like, so what, like 15 billion lions?
So it needs to be enough lions to cover the sun's mass and like somehow
smother it.
and crush it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many lions you would need, and for some reason, is it more than 15 billion? They'd have to World War Z zombie
Well,
all over the
thing
fucking
is,
sun.
the reason why, listen, I know you guys think I sound stupid right now, but in this moment, I'm trying to outsmart it because what I think it is I think it's deceptive. Like, the thing is, you have 1 and 1, right? And you could see that 1 and 1. 10, and then double that, and you have another 10, right? 100, and you double that, and you have another 100. And it's like this kind of mirroring amount. But what we don't understand is like when you get to a certain level up there, like it's not the same scale. My example is that like 1 million versus 1 billion, like a millionaire versus a billionaire. People are like, millionaire, rich, billionaire, richer than millionaire. But people don't understand exactly
How much richer.
how much
Yeah.
more. It's this weird kind of exponential, like, so like 2 billion to say like, yeah, 1 billion is a lot and 2 billion is just double that. Like the scale of it, you know, it's much larger than you think. So that's why I'm conservative with like 1 billion, 2 billion, you know, I'm not going to say like 150 billion, whatever. I think. So I think like
15 billion lions?
yeah, like 20 billion lions maybe.
Do you think there's enough lions there that here's the thing. It's the sun. So would it just eviscerate a lion in a millisecond by the time
you would need to so you need exponentially more lions because you would need some to kind of
take the
burn
brunt?
the fuel of the
There's a shield of lions while the others can wrap around the sun and like crush it with their lion force.
Well, so like how many Earths do you think would fit in a single sun?
I don't know how big the sun is.
Well, how much do you think? How many Earths do you think? And I'll try to think too.
I don't know.
Like you're
100?
honest to goodness, like 100.
100.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 150.
Okay.
Like Earths
Uh-huh.
can fit in the totality of the sun. Like not without it burning up, of course. Right? 100.
I don't know.
Well, because how? Kane, search up the size of the Earth.
So the diameter of the Earth, on average, it'd be
On average,
Well, I mean, like,
it's approximation.
yeah, approximate diameter of the Earth would be 7,900 miles.
7,900 miles. Okay, so now it's a matter of like, how far do I think the sun is from the Earth, and comparing that with what I think the sun is, and deciding how many. Now that he says that, I think way more Earths could fit on the sun.
Really?
For some reason, like when he says 7, like not even.
What I think less.
8,000.
I don't know.
You think that's larger than you thought?
I don't have no idea. This is out of my depth of knowledge. I've lost
So
brain power.
If the Earth is like up just barely 8,000 miles across,
Uh-huh.
how wide do I think the sun is?
I don't think I can fathom
Like
how long.
100,000 miles, probably across. So I want to say like maybe like 10,000 Earths could fit in the sun.
Okay.
For some reason, when you put the 8,000, like I could drive 8,000 miles. You give me like a month. I
Yeah,
feel
that's true.
You know? Are you calculating?
I'm
I would say 100. How many did you just search up? How many Earths can fit in the sun?
what the I don't understand how big anything is in this world.
How many Earths can fit in the sun?
The sun's volume could fit 1.3 million Earths.
What?
Wait, assuming the Earths are squishy and packed together without any gaps.
Still,
The sun is 109 times the diameter of Earth.
okay, so I was kind of right.
The sun is 864,000 miles across.
How much?
864. How big is this fucking thing? What's going on?
Listen, guys, I know what you're saying, but like, I know what you're about to comment, whatever. But like, this isn't. I don't know why. I'm a man of science. Connor is too. We hold ourselves to whatever the fucking I don't know. But like, I just don't know why. Like, that seems so long, and things are so big.
Everything's too big.
The sun's so big, and time and the Earth is so old.
I feel useless. I'm 28. 65 million years. 28. I'm merely a fucking, not even a speck of dust to the goddamn universe.
Man, our sun's a small one too. I
What?
think it's like a relatively small one.
Maybe you know how I said I didn't want Dr. Manhattan powers in the last episode? I think I want them now just to see everything. Oh, I wouldn't care. Never mind. I wouldn't care. I'd see an alien and it'd be like, I'm blue.
See, but the thing is, you would get to the alien civilization, and they're all Dr. Manhattans,
And
you would be imprisoned.
and then they blow me up with their
Yeah. Okay, well,
Jesus Christ. Thanks for the question. That
Right.
was nuts.
at the end of each episode here at the Best in Jest, we decide who is, in fact, the best
In jest.
in Jest. And our producer Kane here picks the winner of who is the best in Jest for whatever reason he might be thinking is worthy at the time. And the loser every week gets
Pied.
pied in the face.
pied, yeah.
So, without further ado, Kane, who is the best in Jest?
I don't know this week.
Are they going to make fun of my slides, do you think?
Your slides are hip and cool. Don't let them make fun of your slides. I think I could appoint it.
You?
I think I could appoint it.
You want to point it?
That's not fair.
Why?
Well, okay, let's debate it.
Okay.
or agree?
I always gotta give it to B-Boy Red. I found the stories this episode, maybe it was a little bit different and it was more of like this kind of introspective deep dive, but I liked that and I found it interesting. And
Okay.
despite it not necessarily being like a typical formula, it was a refreshing one.
Yeah. Because usually we're like, you like French fries, Connor?
Yeah. Mix it up a little bit.
But
Also,
ghosts are scary.
yeah. And also we're getting deeper in,
It's about time.
yeah,
to talk about
some
the-
kind of maybe a little more personalized things. And
This episode's best in jest is Commander Connor.
all right. Awesome.
Oh, he's adding more cream.
Oh, God. He's adding so much cream.
Is that too much? I don't normally do that part. Well, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Oh, I added too much. He's got fucking cream all over. He's got like a duck bill. Wait, do a profile of that. Sorry, I added a lot. That was way too much. Well, guys, thanks so much for watching this episode 11 of the Best in Jest. I don't even think Landon is able to talk because there's just too much whipped cream covering his mouth. He's like suffocating.